Welcome to 1000 PS, welcome to the off-road only test of the Aprilia Tuareg Rally. And yes, it has been fun. Let me tell you about the new Rally from Aprilia. First impressions on the Aprilia Tuareg. This is the Rally. It feels like it's been designed to work off-road. What's interesting is you switch it on, you go into the off-road mode, and it's already done. There's nothing that you have to do because it already switches off the ABS to the back. You've got ABS on the front, and you've got traction control on one. And what's interesting is, even though traction control is on one, there's quite a big gauge of traction, so that's the least intrusive setting. So it'll still slide a bit, but you don't get that kind of traction controls hit, wait a bit, there's the power, traction controls hit, wait a bit, it's just really nice and smooth. It's really good traction control, especially for relatively inexperienced riders. I think some inexperienced riders don't need to switch the traction control off on this bike. It'll pull up hills, it's not too intrusive, but it is there and it will catch it should it spin too much. There's no IMU, there's no lean sensitive, it's literally going on wheel speed. But where I think some of the competition acts really quickly and is like a massive safety net, Aprilia are just like, just have a bit of freedom, enjoy it a bit. And it's same with the ABS. You've got ABS on the front but you don't have on the back, and that's automatic. That's what Aprilia think that's what you need when you ride off-road, and I agree with them. In terms of power, it's quite revvy. It's sporty. It's sprightly. It's definitely got some punch, and it feels very narrow here at the tank. Like I can stand up very comfortably. Everything's in the right position. I've got grippy pegs. The brakes are strong, but they're not too sharp, not too grabby. I can see quite clearly over the screen, and it feels like I'm in control of the bike. It's not the other way around. It's manageable, it's easy, and every now and then I'm just like, just a few of these little puddles, just be able to just pop the front wheel up over the puddle and just have a bit of fun and an enjoyment. So now what we're going to do is tweak the traction control. We're going to turn the traction control off. And what's good is, once I do that with the Aprilia, if I switch off the traction, switch the ignition off, I'll leave it for a week and switch it back on again, it will stay off. So if I park up and meet my mates or take a selfie, which I have been known to do, and I switch it off and switch it back on again, I don't have to go through this problematic menu of like, what did I have or what did I not have? It just saves it. So we're going to switch off the traction, have a few more slides, up the pace a little bit, third and fourth gear stuff, 80, 90, 100 kilometers an hour. Nothing too radical, and just see what it's like at that, and then we'll give you another update. Oh, blisters, a sign of good fun. The Aprilia is really, really good fun to ride. It's got a lot of power, it's quick, it's revvy, it feels sporty. It's stable, very stable. The brakes work really well, nice feel to them, nice feel on the back brake, nice balance. Feeling in control of the bike, even though I'm probably going quite quick for an average rider. But the Aprilia kind of gives you the encouragement to do that. The brakes are really good, the ABS isn't that intrusive, the off-road ABS. Without the traction on, it's not like tail happy without any traction. Depending on obviously how much gas you give it, but it seems to find grip pretty well. I don't know whether that's long wheelbase or just the way the power delivery is, because it's quite revvy and it's a smaller capacity engine. It's not like a big thumper. It's not got a huge amount of torque. It's more about revs. So therefore, it seems to find grip a lot better. There's a few places where I want it to wheelie over puddles, and when you gas it and lift on the bars, instead of it spinning, it kind of does lift and go over like a few obstacles, just a few puddles and things like that, which just makes it fun and enjoyable. you're really over the front, you feel connected with it. It's narrow, and yeah, the exhaust just gives it another gargle and a burble. I know that's vastly immature, that a man who's getting close to 50 is still finding just a loud exhaust amusing. But it's Euro 5 Plus, it's not ear deafening, it's just when you close the throttle and you come down some of these passages, you hear this like, blah, 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 like a nice... nice little burble. It just feels charismatic, and you've got a bit of an induction noise from the airbox. I think that sounds really good as well. It just feels a bit more evolving. It feels like you're on a kind of racy middleweight adventure bike, which at the end of the day, don't we want bikes to make us feel good? And it does that. This has been, as you can possibly tell, a off-road only test of the new Aprilia Tuareg Rally. We've had such an amazing fun time today, and I'm slightly apologetic for the condition of the bike, but I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and this is what the bike's designed for. This is what it's been designed to do. So on top of the standard Tuareg that we've ridden previously, and we've got numerous videos about, this is the Rally. So we've got the Euro 5 Plus exhaust, we've got more crash protection, we've got 20mm taller seat, we've got 240mm of travel, which is the same as before, and we've got these really cool dramatic graphics, which I just think makes it look awesome. In terms of rider modes, we've got urban, explorer, off-road and individual, and the ABS we can switch off. We can have it on the back and have it on the front, but this has just been a solely off-road test, and in my mind that's what the Tuareg Rally has been designed to do. It's been designed to ride off-road. What's interesting is when you go into the off-road mode, there's no kind of my first ride off-road or entry-level mode. It's as soon as you go into the off-road, there is no ABS on the back, traction control is pretty low, and you've just got ABS on the front. So it's kind of a little bit extreme compared to some of the other models, and I love the fact that Aprilia have done that. They've just gone, well, if you're buying a Rally and you want it to look cool, then here's your off-road mode and you don't have to do anything. And then the other great bit is if you change the traction on the move, which you can do, you can switch it off and switch it on and switch it back up again, depending if you're doing a long trail. Or if you stop to take a picture and you switch off the ignition, it stays off. So you're playing with the rider modes all the time, and if it's off, it's off, and if it's on, it's on. And you can turn off the ABS completely as well, and you can play with the power. There's a lot you can do with the dash. The engine is from the RS660 that we've tested many times before, obviously with different power and different torque, but that should be bulletproof. I raced an Aprilia RS660 at the Northwest and on Irish roads, and it was bulletproof. And the engine's really, really friendly, really smooth. It's a bit revvy, I guess, compared to maybe some of the competition, but enjoyable and really good fun. The Tuareg Rally kind of encourages you to do things that maybe you shouldn't. It makes you feel a bit more special, and that's what you want from a bike. You get a little bang and a pop from the overrun on the exhaust. It feels relatively light, it feels relatively nimble. You're on really tall suspension with a really tall seat, and you end up riding it a little bit quicker than you maybe should, but then you have got that off-road ABS should you need it, which is really good, or you just rely on the ergonomics and the chassis to get you out of trouble. It's not that fatiguing, it's not that hard to ride off-road, and I think it will appeal to both relatively novice riders because it's not scary power, and it will appeal to those who kind of know what they're doing. In terms of downside, it is tall, but again, it feels like a bit of a criticism for a short rider to criticise a bike for being tall, because it's not really the fault of the bike, but it is a tall bike. So in terms of seat height, we're at 880mm, which is a tall seat for a middleweight adventure bike, and that's something you've got to experience. But the seat is quite narrow, so it's arguably relatively easy to get your feet on the ground. It just takes a bit of planning. But I've thoroughly enjoyed the Aprilia Tuareg Rally, and that's something that we sometimes miss in reviews. We sometimes tell you that the power is this, and the torque is this, and the rider modes are this, and blah, blah, blah. But what we seem to forget is, does it make you smile? Yeah. Do I feel a little bit embarrassed by the fact that it's laid on a grass bank covered in mud? Yeah. But I'm going to give it a jet wash, I'm going to give it a clean, and when I open my garage door tomorrow morning, I'm going to go, ha, That looks cool. It sounds cool. It looks cool. It's got Aprilia on the side. It's got loads of rider aids. It's got loads of gadgets. Everything is relatively easy to use. Even though there is a lot going on, I can manage it. I like the power. I can pull a few wheelies. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's making me smile. I want to ride it again. Sorry Aprilia for the state of it, but I have enjoyed it. If you want to know anything more technical, like how much ground clearance it's got for some bizarre reason, or you want to know the actual price, which I'll just skip, this is a little bit expensive, then please fire some questions below. Me, one of the team, will get back to you. Thanks for watching. I'm off to go have some more fun because we've still got a few more hours of daylight. Awesome.